Hey everyone, it's me. I just wanted to reach out because I have been predicting for the last 2 weeks on my website, everydayspy.com, that we were going to see a season after the coronavirus starts to end. We would start to see a season where travel is going to be very easy and very cheap. I've been waiting 2 weeks for that prediction to come true, and then finally today we started seeing actual press reporting and reporting from travel bloggers that's showing just how true my predictions are. So airline fares are starting to be shown from mid-May on. Countries are starting to open their borders. Some countries still remain with their borders locked. Some places like Argentina have even announced a full-on border close until the end of the summer. But for those countries that are opening up, airlines are starting to discount prices, hotels are starting to discount prices. We are seeing a drop all across the hotel, lodging, and travel board to make travel appeal to people. And I anticipate that people will not want to travel. The same as the travel industry, people are going to be afraid of the unknown. They're going to be afraid of coronavirus, they're going to be afraid of quarantine, they're going to be afraid of all sorts of things that we don't know anything about. Now, I don't think that any of those things are going to be fearful. I think that it's going to be very easy to travel. I think it's going to be fun to travel. I think it's going to be a great opportunity to relocate. And I, for one, have been living overseas for more than a year. There are many reasons why I live overseas, and I want to just share 3 that you don't normally hear about. Everybody talks about cultural diversity. Everybody talks about language. That's cool. I'm not going to talk about those. What I am going to say, though, is that when you live abroad, you get the benefit of foreign domestic help. Nannies, cooks, gardeners, drivers. It is a fantastic experience as an American living abroad. I run my own business, and my business is tied to the American dollar, so I have a very strong financial position outside of the United States, where inside of the United States, I'm just another American. So domestic help is a fantastic benefit of living abroad. Another big benefit is that you have native English. Native English means that your first language was English, so you are a native English speaker. Everywhere else in the world, because English is the language of international business, there is an intense demand for people who speak native English. Even if you don't speak a second language, the fact that you have native English means that you are a benefit to their company. For me, I fill foreign contracts. I work with foreign partners, I work with foreign investors, and I work with foreign organizations, and they love the fact that when they work with me, I have native organic English. English is my first language. So because of that, they have perfect faith in my ability to communicate their message to an English-speaking audience. So if you have native English, because you're an American or a Canadian or any other a UK citizen, an Australian or a New Zealander, you have native English. People want that all over the world. It is the perfect time to go out and start using your native English to secure a new job or a new opportunity or a new relocation somewhere else in the world. The third big reason that I like living abroad is because of the tax incentives that come from being a US person living overseas. As a US American citizen living abroad, the first $107,000 of my income earned overseas is not taxable like normal income. So because of that, I have the opportunity to earn money abroad that is protected from American taxes. Now let's just say I earned $80,000 this year. If I were to earn $80,000 in the United States, that full amount of money would be available to the US tax law to tax, and I would lose a big portion of that income. I think it's 23%. If I'm abroad and I earn the same amount of money, the US takes less taxes. They only tax me at a minimum rate to keep my citizenship and to keep my Medicare and my Medicaid benefits for when I'm older. But the total amount of money that I earn abroad, even though it's the same amount of money that I earn in the US, because I earn it abroad and I'm living abroad, it's taxed at a completely different rate. So those are the 3 huge reasons why I continue to live abroad and why I want other people to consider living abroad. Domestic help is a massive help for anybody with children, for anybody running a business, for anybody trying to make their way in a world where they don't want to constantly get bogged down with the trivial day-to-day chores that take up so much time. Everything from grocery shopping to mowing the lawn. The second big reason is because I have native English, and native English is a massive benefit to anyone trying to live or work abroad. When you're in the United States or in Australia, your English is just what everybody else speaks. But once you leave the United States and you go somewhere in Southeast Asia or somewhere in the Middle East, your English becomes a huge benefit to you. And third, you have tax incentives as an American to live abroad and work abroad. So those are three huge reasons why I continue to live overseas and why I want other people to consider right now as the perfect time to consider moving abroad. I've got predictions on everydayspy.com that detail exactly what benefits you have right now in terms of finding lodging, finding a job, getting an airline ticket abroad, landing with basically nothing on your back except for a backpack, a couple days worth of clothes and some cash. You can land almost anywhere in the world right now and make that work. That wasn't the case 6 months ago, and it's because of coronavirus that the landscape has changed and has become so much more friendly to people who want to get up, relocate, and take their chance living in a foreign country. I am so confident of my predictions, and I am so certain that I want to continue living overseas that I'm going to continue taking my family from country to country. We are in the UAE right now. It is the beginning of May, and it is the end of April, excuse me, and people are starting to wonder when it's going to be safe to travel. I think it's safe to travel right now. It might be inconvenient in certain places. There might be borders that are closed. There might be quarantine requirements, but the predominance of travel isn't going to start back up again until towards the middle or end of summer. So I plan on relocating my family out of the UAE and into a new country so that we can continue our international adventure. And I plan on doing it in the next 6 to 8 weeks. I want you to come with me. If you have ever thought about living abroad, if you've ever thought about moving or relocating your family, and you've ever shied away from it because you just don't know what's going to happen, then stick with me. Subscribe to the channel and follow us, because I am going to take myself and my wife, both of us who are about the same age, my 7-year-old son and my 2-year-old daughter. We are going to relocate as a family out of Abu Dhabi, UAE, and into another country. And I'm going to say that we'll do it in less than 8 weeks. As we go along with each step, everywhere from picking what country we go to, how we get the visa, what the packing process looks like, we're going to take you along on that journey with us right here on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, stay tuned. I don't know whether to call this the Spy Travel Series or the Spy Relocation Series. I don't know what the name of it's going to be, but I know I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. And I'm going to do it before travel prices spike so that you can choose to do the same thing if it benefits you. I will see you later. Subscribe to the channel, and let's take a trip.